emotional intelligence.
What is that?
Someone who can express their emotions and communicate productively.
May I jump in? Somebody who's not emotionally unavailable, or somebody who's not emotionally constipated.
Yeah, pretty much.
What does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean?
Emotional unavailability, or like
You said emotionally constipated?
yeah, it's just like a funny way of saying emotionally unavailable.
Yeah,
I guess just unable to, or struggles to empathize or be able empathize, not in like a sociopathic kind of way, but just struggles to express themselves, does not feel particularly comfortable being vulnerable in a relationship, and that can in turn affect the relationship
In
overall.
more aspects than just a relationship, I think, in all aspects of life.
Absolutely.
Because I think usually women experience men just shutting down and not wanting to talk about things, and emotional intelligence is the opposite of that. They can
Yeah,
are able to
I
talk with you.
experienced that with my ex. It was like so hard to have a conversation sometimes because he would just shut down, and I'm like trying to talk about it. Then he brings it up later. He's like, "Oh, but I was upset about that." I'm like, "But you didn't tell me." Yeah, I want someone that can communicate productively.
Exactly. And then it also affects us as like the more emotional counterpart, or emotionally intelligent counterpart, I guess, in this case, where then we don't feel comfortable. It kind of reflects on us, and it makes us feel uncomfortable opening up or expressing ourselves to our partner because we feel like we're going to be judged or not well received by them.
Right? Yeah.
Making our feelings feel valid. So you're open to express your feelings, and he's open to receiving them and understanding them. So
What if her feelings are wrong?
he can say that
He
as
can-
well.
Like, what if
say
she's just
that.
wrong?
If he
And like,
disagrees,
I
that's
get you
fine.
feel that way, but you're wrong about the disagreement or the issue.
Those are two different things, right? You can feel something and that can be legit, but your choice in something could be the wrong thing.
I suppose there can be some degree of separation, but I mean,
expressing
Like, it's okay to
his
feel this
opposing
way, but
opinion.
you are wrong about it.
Like,
well,
do you mean in the sense like somebody cheats and they're like, I feel bad about cheating, but it's still wrong that they did that? Like, what do you...
No,
you
that's
mean?
not what I'm. Like, the way she feels about the situation. Like, for example, you guys could agree that someone might like feel. This doesn't really necessarily relate to a dating context, but somebody might feel scared, but there's actually no. There's no actual reason for it. There's
Like an irrational fear.
right.
Sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes you can feel something and cannot really explain why that is. That happens.
And it's very I struggle with this. It's very frustrating. Something I need to improve or whatnot, but it appears like that on the surface. But also you got to see, what is that guy dealing with, and what's the dynamic of that relationship? Is he expected to provide entirely? And there's also different degrees. If you just lost a parent or something very difficult happened versus I'm having a bad day or a subtle fear or something, I'm often oblivious to it.
Men have that more often when usually women focus on little thingies, and their emotion can go up and down, and men are not really aware of that. But some men are, and probably that fits into that as well. That
Often we're aware of it, I think, but there's almost something instinctual about like, okay, but I have other you don't say that out loud, but your mind is, okay, but I have all these things I got to do right now, and you're trying to address that as well. But you said something interesting. You were like calling them out.
Like, it's okay to have opposing opinions, and I think that it's okay if your partner doesn't want to talk about it right now. Like, they can tell you that I don't want to talk about it, and they can, if they do want to talk about it and they think that you're just being irrational, or they just don't agree with whatever your thoughts or feelings are, that's okay. You can talk about it.
Yeah, I think there can be a lot of miscommunications as well, because some people deal with their issues differently. Like, for some people, it may be more beneficial to not talk about their issues all the time because it can make it worse for them. Whereas for others, they want to talk about their issues to someone that they care about. Like, for me, for example, if I'm stressed about something, I don't want to talk about it, because if I do, it's going to make me think about it more and going to make me more frustrated about it. For some people, it can be opposite. So it's important to establish what your communication style is, I guess, in the relationship before you jump to conclusions of any kind.
I agree with that.
Okay. Did we get all the way around the table? Felicity, did you say a green flag or?
Yeah, I was the one that said emotional intelligence.
Oh, that was you? Okay. Warren, green flag? When it comes to dating?
Being able to, this kind of goes back to being able to have those conversations, but I don't want this to be a red flag, but often, let's say you're on a date or something. I was just thinking about this the other day. A couple of years ago, I had a date at this bar, and J.K. Rowling came up, ironically. And this girl was like, I was like, why do you care about this so much? And then I knew in that moment, I might as well leave. This date's over. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to have some fun with it. Well, what evidence do you have that she's transphobic? And like, just to hear it out. It was just mind-blowing, though. And that's happened in so many different iterations around, like, oh, Jordan Peterson says something I really think is intelligent. Just, wait a minute, are you racist? And it leads into this whole thing. I can't tell you how many times I've encountered conversations like that. So I guess what I'm trying to say for a green flag would be kind of, someone said sanity. It's just
mentally stable.
more just, yeah, like the word based is thrown around a lot.
Learn to deal with her emotions, like learn that she knows how to handle her emotions.
In a way, yes, but it's also rational. That's very important to be able to. If they don't have control of their emotions, just like in a guy, it's hopeless. Absolutely, but it's more just, are they caught up in the narratives that are going around? It kind of goes to the idea of the red pill, blue pill idea. Because our world is just full of stories that people are buying into. And the moment you question that, just on the level of Jordan Peterson said something, it's, wait a minute, what is that? Who are you? That's the response you can get. And it's more common than you think. So,
Green flags in a woman. Green flags. Probably, I enjoy acts of service. Receiving, not giving. So she's basically like, if she's down to basically, not literally, figuratively, be a slave. So like, do shit for me. Big green flag. Oh, I got like some trees at my house. You want to water the trees? All right. Like doing chores, yard work.
Laundry.
I'm putting her to work, basically. And if she's like on board, she's like, yes, give me things to do. She's a keeper.
I agree. And I would describe that as traditional values, which is one of the big green flags in the person I'm with now. And that was something that I didn't encounter much before. It was literally the phrase, I'm looking for a man with traditional values. And that was like, ooh, that was a big green flag. Yeah.
She should be able to plow a field. If she can plow a field, let's see, what's another green flag? Temperance. So I like, I don't drink or do drugs or smoke or anything, so I definitely prefer a woman who, not really a drinker, doesn't go to bars, clubs, that sort of thing. What else?
But I like a whiskey at night, and
Okay.
she doesn't drink at all, but she doesn't get on my case about that. And I kind of laid that out there as something that's important to me. Where
Sure.
It's like, you will never, here's the deal I made. I was like, you will never see me drunk. And if I'm ever drunk, if I can't, in an emergency, do what I need to do, like call me out. Like, you won't see that. And that's kind of the deal that I made. And
I thought you were about to say, like, in some emergencies, I might need to get drunk.
Yeah.